So your dragon staff came and you still feel like you don't really know what you're doing with it. Well, you've come to the right place. I'm going to teach you how to do some of the basic beginner dragon staff tricks so that you can feel like you know what you're doing with your new prop. Well, let's get started. Okay, so where I start every training with the dragon staff is these outer arm rolls. You start with it on your inner elbow and you roll it down your arm and you grab it and you roll it back. All right, this should be like the first movement you learn to do, right? Get comfortable with rolling it up and down your arms. Now, the next thing from there is you want to be able to not have to stop it, right? You don't want to have to grab it. The whole point of a dragon staff is to flow, right? So we roll it out, and when you flip it over, it starts rolling back towards you. So you try and get a smooth transition from one hand to another, and then scooping it up with your hand after you pass it over, and it'll roll back towards you. So roll it out, roll it in, roll it out, flip it over, and it rolls in on its own. All right, so that's the start of feeling what your dragon staff does, right? How to get it to do continuous movements. Okay, so then you're like, well, where do I go from here? What if I told you we're going to go over your head? All right, this is where people usually start to feel like they're really learning how to do stuff with it. So we've got to roll out and roll in, right? So the next thing I'm going to show you is just overextend it. And with your hand that you were scooping it with, I want you to grab it with your thumb underneath the dragon staff so that it's like this. And you're going to use this as a guide hand. Now, you flipped it over and it's rolling this way. So what you're going to do is you're going to duck underneath it and you're going to use this hand to slowly roll it down this center point along your arm and then over your shoulder. And then once it gets here, you're going to switch hands and just like that other hand, underneath the stick with your thumb and then make a circle so that the staff can still roll and just use it as a guide to continue that motion through. And then let it roll down your other arm. And then once you get it there, what are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to flip it over. So then it rolls back in. And you can go right back into that same motion. And the more you do it, the more you can just use that ring to let the dragon staff roll on its own. And you want to feel out that balance. That should give you enough to play with for now. Let me know if you want more.